as I have already mentioned a couple of weeks back, I am actually doing some stuff where I'm changing audio equipment for a little bit. And if this is not good enough, you're just going to have to wait a little longer. But I decided I needed to make some content because people might be bored and people might think I am dead, which I am not. So here we go. In case you haven't been paying attention lately, I've noticed a lot of things regarding a new strain of COVID. So be aware if you've been living under a rock or anything like that, you haven't been watching the news or anything, they are going to wrap this shit up again. Some people say it's because, some people say it's because of an election that is looming. Some people say that we've come over so many different waves and we're now returning to regular life that they have to just insert themselves into it again so they can keep control over what you're doing. I just wanted to bring attention to the fact that they are ramping up the COVID bullshit again, and you're starting to see an article here and there talking about what is coming on, and they found somebody suffering from some Rona variant in this country and in this, and here we go. This last month in August, everybody's favorite joke of a board, the WHO, World Health Organization, has classified a new COVID strain, EG5 or Eris, as it was randomly nicknamed online, as a variant of interest. And they believe currently that it poses a similar level of global risk as existing variants. So, 0.000, whatever it is. As you know, or maybe you don't, the people that actually perished from contracting this cold, flu, whatever, had an average of 4 comorbidities. So that's grandma, she's got diabetes, she's got whatever, and she caught it and she died. And they use that data to scare the crap out of you guys to sell shots, as goes the theory, and to shut everything down. It's been over 2 years. You have been unable to see certain friends and family in different countries and states. You have been locked in your home, not allowed to go more than 5 miles in a radius in any direction to get shopping. You weren't allowed to stand up and have a beer at a pub. I do not understand that. I don't see how it makes a difference whether you're sitting or standing, that the Rona's going to get you. And I don't understand why they wouldn't allow people out to drink and have fun at bars and everything after 11, because apparently the coronavirus was waiting for them. Do not understand. It doesn't matter. The point is that you're starting to live your best life again, because we're kind of going back to some semblance of normalcy. You still see the stickers on the floor: stand here, be more than 2 meters apart. They did that to try and save your life. Did it work? They locked you down. If lockdowns work, then why have another one? And if lockdowns don't work, then why have another one? Yet they kept doing it to us. So the new spooky strain is called Eris, or EG5. And Eris was a nickname coined on the internet at random, and that's what we're calling it. What are the symptoms of this Eris, I hear you ask? Well, let me tell you. Runny nose, feeling fatigue, maybe a fever. Basically everything that happened to me after I drank too much last week. The WHO says it proposes a similar global risk to the last lot. However, in other articles, they sort of retract that by saying it is now something we just have to live with, and we're going to create vaccines for it. New shots are expected to be available in the US from late September 2023, according to the CDC Director Mandy Cohen. And the usual suspects are the ones creating them, so Moderna, Pfizer, and Novavax. They have all created new versions of their shots, updated to target another Omicron sublineage, XBB.1.5, which they say is very close to EG5, the Eris variant that is now rearing its ugly head around the world. Apparently, the subvariant carries one mutation to its spike protein, and they're targeting that through their new vaccine. Now, the issue with that is that they're planning the rollout in September or fall or autumn, whatever you call it. And coincidentally, it just so happens to be at the exact same time that they are moving the rollout of these shots from the public sector to the private sector. So it does look like this is about money. Surprise, surprise. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that Pfizer and Moderna will sell the shots directly to healthcare providers at a higher rate, at a higher price. And so Americans who have health insurance would still get their COVID shots for free or cheap, but the uninsured will have to pay the full price of the shots after the current federal supply runs out. So the US is going to stop buying COVID shots at the reduced price for the entire country. And once that moves to the private market, you're on your own if you so wish to get these shots. Yeah, look, I don't say this often, but even the normies are impressing me. They're starting to wake up and see how the powers that be can just click their fingers and do whatever they want and have jurisdiction over the way these people live their lives. They can't travel, they can't do this, they can't do that. In a snap decision, they can't even work. They can't even go to work without carrying papers. Trust me on that because it happened to me. So there are three different theories that I'm seeing kicked around the place. And one is, oh, there's an election, so they want to create havoc and chaos so that they have to modify the way people are allowed to vote. So whether that's mail in or whatever. The second theory that I'm seeing is that there is a lull now. As we return to sort of normal life, Pfizer, Moderna, Novavax, the big names, are losing money because obviously they're not rolling out enough shots. There's no need. So people are saying this is to create another need and to make more money. The third one I've seen is about the legislation. So generally speaking, when something happens, it takes about a year or so to 2 years to put through legislation that gives them more power. It's just coincidentally enough, and to take about 2 years for all the countries to be lockstep on emergency powers and things of that nature. I will say, if you're listening to this on an old platform, you have your ear to the ground and you saw this coming and you're seeing it coming. And then half of you are probably like, oh, I can't be bothered. I've got fatigue from the propaganda and I'm tired of fighting. And maybe this is just all rumor and BS. And hey, it really might be, but I just want to let you know that there are colleges, Atlanta College in Georgia, and also Hollywood studio Lionsgate are mandating masks again. So there is cause to believe that this is coming and quite soon. And here I was thinking climate lockdowns are next, or aliens.
Don't want to be one of those people that's asking you to sub and like, but if you feel like commenting or liking, that would help me out. It'll give me the power to do more of these episodes.